Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Vino Mike. It is Tuesday, March 31st, closing out the month of March. Happy April Fool's Eve. And this is round one of the new Quarantine Vino Club Blind Tasting Challenge. We now have 5 members partaking in the club, active, and we are dropping off bottles of wine, portions of bottles of wine to each other that the other, the recipient does not know what the wine is. We all live within a close proximity of one another here in the western Chicago suburbs. We do live further than 6 feet apart though, so it works out well. We've been doing this amongst 3 of us for about a week now. And now we have 2 new members. So I've got the bottles here. Actually, one of them is a white wine, which is in the fridge. So I'm going to do that later. I'm just going to do one for right now. And so I have already done this with Super Jessico and Bevuma. So we have 2 new members, Mooch, and I can't remember the numbers on his Instagram handle, like 3301 or something. I'll tag it. And then Signore John Butera, managing partner at Bevuma. So those are our 2 new contestants, and we're going to start with one of the new guys here. So I'm going to go with John for my first blind of the day. It is 5:21 in the evening. My lovely wife is working upstairs while I'm down here blind tasting wine. And then my kid is in the living room watching some cartoons. So we may or may not get an interruption from that. We'll see. So, first thing, blind tasting, make sure you have ideally something white to reflect the wine, to look at the color of the wine on. And today, I'm using my kid's homework packet, which is getting more use out of a blind tasting mat right now than actually doing homework. But we are working on some other things, so it's all good. No pressure. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so this is a clear, at the most, day bright wine. I would say medium plus concentration. It's a nice, beautiful, clean ruby red core that fades out to a nice pink, pinkish and purplish, more pink and violet type hue. I'm kind of moving the wine around, and there's some significant staining going on. It's definitely leaving a trail, so we've got ourselves some concentration, maybe some extra skin contact going on during the fermentation, the maceration, lasting a little bit longer. No evidence of gas, sediment, or particles, and we'll go with medium plus on the viscosity. All right, on the nose, the wine is clean and correct. It smells youthful. It's very vibrant. It's fresh. It's floral. The fruits coming through are very pretty. Black cherries, blackberries, blueberries, dark raspberry. Nice and ripe, secondary notes of violets. Lavender, pepper. Minerals are there, definitely a little bit of rocky earthiness. Kind of bacony. A little smokiness, like pick up some char, like some char from the grill or something like that, like that charred meat that sticks to the grate. Brush it off with the grill brush. A little bit of smoke coming out of the grill. That's kind of going on in this wine. Maybe a little chocolate, a little mocha. Probably saw some barrel, maybe some toasted barrel on this, putting off some of those dark oak aromas versus lighter tones of like vanilla or some of the like delicate baking spices. This is a little bit more intense, a little bit darker and deeper. Roasted coffee, you know, not too much on the coffee thing, but you know, like that type of flavor. All right, so let's go to the palate. All right, again, you gotta work it with that wine on the palate, you know, leave it on there, swish it around. Wine is dry, very dry. It is balanced. All that beautiful fruit is there, but it's very pushed out of the way quickly by the secondary notes, especially the smokiness, pepperiness, meatiness, a little bit of wet earth now coming through. It was a little bit more minerally and rocky on the nose, but now a little bit more kind of mushroom and wet earth coming through on the palate. Yeah, medium plus alcohol, medium acid, not crazy high here at all, just right down the middle. Little bit of tannin, but not too much. It's, again, kind of fresh. And maybe there's some carbonic on this. Maybe that's what some of that concentration and that color is coming from. It's a tough wine. I mean, I think I know which direction I want to go in. And for the sake of keeping this short, I think I'll just go that route. But I'm going to say that this is an old world wine. Got to go with Italy. You know, this is John's first entrance into the game. So, I mean, I would not be surprised at all if he went Italia with wine number one. It came in this fantastic Langhe Rosso bottle, but this is not a Langhe Rosso, that is for sure. Well, truffly, smoky, bacony. A little spicy on the finish. All right, we'll go old world. Italy, of course. I got my cheat sheet here now. But I don't think this is really necessarily a particular DOCG. So I'm going to call this a Syrah from Tuscany, 3 to 5 years. So, you know, we'll just split the difference and go 4 years and say 2016 Syrah from Tuscany. We'll see. Once again, can't wait to be wrong.